In this segment, Stephanie Miller and her guests discuss the government shutdown, the White House demolition, and much more.
So we were not surprised. I looked at this and thought, normally it's very hard to challenge presidential action. There's a lot of deference from the courts to that historically, Andrew. But this one just went way beyond the constitutional line. Our founders really gave decisions over tariffs and taxes to the American Congress, not to the president through the stroke of his pen. The president says these are so important. They're incredibly onerous tariffs. What in the world are the rules going forward? And we think it's really important that, these rules get clarified as fast as possible. That's why we've tried to litigate this case as quickly to get decision rules in place. I can't predict what the Supreme Court will do. That is their prerogative. I can say that the case against President Trump's tariffs is overwhelming, but there are more limited powers he does have. He has the power under Section 122 of the Trade Act to have a 15% temporary 150-day tariff. 15%, 150 days. What did he do here? He said the tariffs could be 50%, even 150%, and indefinite, which goes way beyond anything that Congress has given the president the power to do. So I unfortunately think this will be an open question until the administration decides to either go to Congress or go to the Supreme Court. And if they go to the Supreme Court, our hope is that they resolve this as quickly as possible.
And just
yeah, how about the ballroom of the damned, huh? Wow.
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah, if ever there was a picture that is just emblematic of our times, right? I mean, it's gone. It's all gone. The East.
I'm overdosing on metaphor. I mean, first we had, the first metaphor of the year, we had an Elon Musk micropenis truck exploding outside a Trump hotel. And I thought, nope, you're not going to get a better visual metaphor. But then we inaugurated a racist as president on MLK Day. And I'm like, nope, never going to have a bigger metaphor than this. And now tearing down the White House after promising not to touch it, which I think is the same thing he did with the Constitution.
Yes.
So, yeah, let the jokes
Irony's
roll on through.
Throwing up blood out behind the dumpster in an alley somewhere. Yes, this is a reporter. I'm not sure how big Caroline's cross was when this exchange, but here we go.
Can the president tear down anything he wants without oversight? Can he demolish this building or, say, the Jefferson Memorial?
Only for vertical construction will a submission be required. And
so it sounds like the answer is yes, he can tear down whatever he wants.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was a giant middle finger. It was like, yes, it was a giant try and stop. Who's going to stop me? Right?
Oh, yeah. And again, as millions of us, potentially millions, lose our jobs and our health insurance and our savings, we are bulldozing the East Wing so Trump can hold parties for the billionaires who caused all of this. This is like the Great Gatsby, but instead of Gatsby spending his own money to impress one woman, it's Gatsby desperately spending our money to impress freaking anybody because he's so pathetic and thirsty. And I mean, again, like, during a government shutdown, while they're trying to throw 20 million people off Medicaid, he ignored every legal requirement. He bulldozed a piece of American history, and the White House now looks like a trailer with a giant bloated double wide attached when this thing is done. Have you seen the pictures?
Yes, I've seen it.
It's ridiculous. It's never going to get built. It's not going to look like that. It's going to be another Trump broken promise.
It is let him eat cake, except we can't afford cake either this time, right?
It's like if the trailer was tiny and the double wide was 6 times its own size. That's what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
The man's obsessed with size. 20 million people losing health care. Rural hospitals are closing. And this guy's wrecking the White House and installing like a chandelier the size of a small moon. I mean, he said he'd drain the swamp and now he's renting it out for tacky weddings.
All right, one more. Caroline Levitt.
Will the White House commit to releasing all of the donors and how much they're spending and how much of his own money the president is putting on the line to this?
We have released the full list of donors thus far. Perhaps there will be more people who want to generously contribute to this project. And the president, yes, has committed his own resources. And when he releases that information, which I'm very confident he will, you will all see that.
John, does this not make it worse? This is bribery and corruption right out in it's obviously going to be companies that want favors from the government. I mean,
and who gave him the money? It's the same. It's Google, it's Meta, it's Elon, it's all of them. It's the same Amazon. It's the same offenders over and over again. And this was going to cost $150 million. By last night, it was up to $300 million. Trump saying that he's going to help pay for it with his money. But coincidentally, the same day he also says, "Oh, my DOJ should give me $300 million because they tried to hold me accountable for my crimes." Like, he's literally trying to shake us down for the same amount of money. He's falsely pretending he's going to fork out for the thing.
Which, by the way,
the racists just love it.
Did you notice?
The racists are delighted.
The money for what the ballroom's going to cost has already gone like to 300 or whatever now. Unbelievable.
Already. Yeah.
So
get used to more. This president contributed more to our deficit than any other president in history, and he's going to top it this time without COVID. He will still manage to top having the highest deficit of any president ever.
Yeah. Speaking of bread and butter issues, except we can't afford bread or butter.
Right.
Or
yes,
cake.
Yes.
At this
but
point.
let's buy Greenland. Eggs are too expensive.
You said this was interesting. The average age of U.S. homebuyers is now 56, up from 49 last year in 1981. The year trickle-down economics began, it was 31. Boy, I hate that Reagan was better on housing costs and also on tariffs, if you've seen the ad that triggered Trump in the middle of the night.
I mean,
right?
but Reagan was the beginning of all of this. Reagan was the beginning of the end for all of this. The mass transfer of wealth, the trickle-down economics that we've had for 45 years.
Yeah.
And again, Democratic presidents have been a part of it, okay? When they're saying, it's so great for the economy. Well, does Wall Street doing great affect you? If not, then that's how trickle-down economics doesn't work. I mean, Bill Clinton fought to raise it 3 percentage points. But if we could go back to having, I don't know, Eisenhower level of taxation on the billionaires, you'd see America getting things right like we did in the 50s.
Honestly, that is an insane statistic to digest. I'm sitting here looking at Bella at 23, and I'm going, I can't afford a house till I'm 56? I mean, that's nearing retirement age. I mean, that's insane, right?
That's the average age of homeowners right now as well. You know, and middle-class buying power has not been this low since 1968. This is what trickle-down economics has done. The middle class is the top of the bottom. And it shouldn't be this hard to convince our right-wing friends that the billionaires don't care about you. But the billionaires have spent all this money getting our right-wing friends to be terrified about, the people at the border, or immigrants, or trans kids. Rich people pay Fox people to make working people blame poor people. Yeah. That's the racket, and that's how our conservative friends keep getting suckered.
So you said J.D. Vance isn't like the school bully. He's like the school bully's flunky sidekick who cheers on the bully when he beats up the poor kid. If this was Little Rascals, Trump would be Butch and J.D. would be Woim.
Yes, I go for the millennials, so that's why I go for the Gang references. That's this really cloying thing I do. But yeah, J.D. Vance, he's like the side effect. He's like every side effect of Ambien happening at once. You know what I mean? J.D. Vance is like a fusion of every evil kid that vanished on the Wonka Factory Christmas tour, and they all went into J.D. I'm never going to get tired of this guy. And when President Man-Baby leaves and Vice President Baby-Man becomes president, there will never be a greater entertaining show than watching J.D. Vance try to make MAGA like him as much.